Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Everybody, welcome to another sports
podcast. I'm Joel Anderson.
I'm Jordan Pomaville.
And joining us, as always, is the sports outsider, Phil Ranta.
I'm way outside.
Yes,
Ball
he
one.
is. Right. Ball 8, more like it.
Yeah.
That's how far outside
Ball
you are.
69, because this is episode 69.
Oh,
Yep, Jordan's already giving the disapproving look. All I said was the episode number, Jordan.
Where's
I
the
didn't
champagne? Where's the champagne?
Well, there's champagne in your crotch and my crotch, but we're going to have to
I
drink it at the same time.
I realize I can't give the stink eye over the microphone.
Right.
So I'm going to have to actually voice my disapproval instead of just looking at you disapprovingly.
Right. Hey, but guys, we've had 69 episodes
69
together now.
episodes, Jordan.
68 episodes. This is the 69.
Yeah, but we're knee deep in a 69
know,
right
yeah.
now. Face deep.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wait, someday we'll get on FM drive home radio.
Yep.
Someday.
As soon as we get the drop machine working.
Then we'll rack those episodes up pretty fast. That'll be 5 a week.
That's true. Lots of them.
Phil, you see any games this week?
Any
No,
games
I
this
didn't
week?
see any games
No,
this
for
week.
crying
Not
out
even
loud.
one. I didn't see anything.
Tecmo Bowl update, watch update.
Tecmo Bowl update, watch update. Brought to you by.
Febreze tastes great in a cocktail.
That seems
No,
to run.
I think we should make it very clear right now, right off
should
the bat.
not.
Do not put Febreze in a cocktail.
No, I don't know why the
drink
drop
Febreze
machine said
Febreze
that.
is not meant to be drank.
Don't drink
drunk,
Febreze.
Drinking, none of that. Do
Spray
not-
it to make things fresh.
I
Yeah.
believe
Not in your
that
mouth.
previous drops were very clear that it should not be consumed through
No.
any orifice.
This is our warning. This is a legal warning from the sports lawyer. Do not drink Febreze. We don't condone it.
Okay.
not condoned.
Yeah.
All right. How are the 1991 San Francisco 49ers doing?
Yeah.
The 1991 San Francisco 49ers in Week 14.
Week 14 NFL action
Yeah,
coming
absolutely. And this week they took on the New Orleans Saints.
to you. Yes.
They had
not
no
a
clue what
good
they were in
team.
store for them. They had no clue what was in store.
They didn't know syntax for sure.
No,
Yeah.
they didn't. So of course I had a devastating victory, 16-14.
What?
What? How
this
did you
seems
only
out of
score
character.
16 points?
16-14. Here we go. This late in the season, Joe Montana loses all power. Everybody's
when the
guarded every time.
Saints-
Right.
Yeah.
You've been talking about this for 5 weeks.
when
that
the
for
Saints
some reason
run
deeper in the
Joe Montana.
season,
Yeah.
they're guarded. They're
Well,
guarding
here's the
players.
problem is that I made the mistake of, even though everyone is guarded all the time, I'm like, so what? He's Jerry Rice. He's got the ups. He's got the speed.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's going to get him. 3 interceptions Joe Montana threw.
What?
Oh,
And
wow.
a fumble by Joe Montana.
4 turnovers.
Not
from the
bad.
normally
They
sure-handed
didn't
Joe
turn over
Montana.
anything. They did not turn over a thing. And I was turning it over like an apple turnover. That's how much I was turning it over.
How Phil's career as a color guy in football games didn't take off, I
Right.
don't know.
Like
Turning
an
it over-
apple turnover, I turned over the ball 4 times. So make sure neither side burns. If it was a pancake,
Shouldn't
See?
you just turn over the pancakes once?
yep, don't do it 4 times. I was very upset, but you know what? I got that safety, and I'm like, I'm going to be okay. Got a safety.
Wow, won by a safety.
Won by a safety.
Please tell me that was the last score. Like it was knotted up 14-14 with a minute to play in the fourth quarter, and then you're
No.
like, boom, safety.
I was up 16-7, and they scored one right near the end.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That must have been freaky.
It was
Did you start to
freaky.
swet it at all?
I was.
The
At
next kick, were you
halftime,
just like, oh, man, if they recover this onside kick, they're going to have the ball with a chance to
halftime
win.
it was 7-7. I was
Whoa.
sweating.
Whoa!
I was sweating balls.
And at this point, the perfect season was in peril.
It was in peril, but you know what? I wasn't going to reset it like I used to when I was young and playing Tecmo Super Bowl.
You've grown since then.
I would have taken the loss with a lot of anger
I
and drinking.
still reset it, yeah.
And that's what it is to be a sports fan.
One of these days we're going to show up for this podcast, and Phil's going to be passed out on the floor.
Yeah, you can't
What's
hit
going on?
reset
Oh, no.
in life, in
No.
sport. You got to keep going. Take the knocks.
You sound like the voiceover in a Nike commercial.
Yeah.
That's how convincing and confident you are right
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to take your hits for the love of the game. Like an apple turnover, don't turn over the ball. Nike, swoosh it up.
What's the record at now?
The record is 13-0.
13 and a mere 3 more regular season games.
I know it's coming. Ooh.
For the only, I guess, in this case, it would be the first ever undefeated 16-game season.
Yeah.
For the
be.
91, because we wouldn't count the Patriots, because that happened in reality and the future for Phil's game. So.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah. So all of those little Tecmo fans must be freaking out.
Yeah, they are.
Little pixelated people in the crowd.
Oh, they're going crazy. They're witnessing history.
Yeah, they've
witnessing
got
history.
such great alliteration. The pixelated people. The pixelated people.
All right, who you got up next week?
I don't know.
That's right.
Because I never look forward.
Yeah.
Focus on the game at hand.
I enjoy asking that so much more than if you've seen any games next week.
I know.
Yeah,
I enjoy answering. It's true.
Right. Tecmo Bowl update, watch update.
Tecmo Bowl update, watch update. Brought to you by
Febreze, it's also good on a hamburger.
No.
Why did they
Absolutely
send
not.
that drop? It's absolutely
Do not-
incorrect.
No.
It's
Ketchup,
not
mustard,
it's not for
mayonnaise, pesto even. Relish.
Well,
Yeah, don't-
all
Well,
great
wait a
in the
second.
hamburger.
What if one of the scents that they had for Febreze was caramelized onions?
You still don't put it
No,
on. It's
no,
chemicals.
no,
Don't
would-
eat it.
would
Don't
smell,
ingest it.
It would smell delicious.
By the
It would be
way,
a terrible idea.
note to self, I think there's a whole range of smell products that they have scents that they don't have that they should. Caramelized onions.
That'd be a
There
good
should
one.
be a caramelized onion air freshener.
Yeah. How about caramel? Just caramel.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love the smell of caramel.
Roasted garlic.
Oh, kettle corn.
Kettle corn. I actually want that.
That would be pretty amazing.
All right, what do we got in the show today?
Let's see. We got the news.
Right. Hey.
That's coming up.
Now its own segment. People love it.
I don't know
we
about
got
that.
we got a lot of mail about how much they like the new
Yeah,
new
they're
format.
like, oh, I love that it's broken out. It feels like a different thing.
Yep. We also have Gil Kipson Jr. here, probably to
the
talk.
draft expert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
NFL draft was just this last week, so he's gonna weigh in most
Awesome.
likely.
That'll be great. I
Yep.
always love getting him on here because he's full of catchphrases. I love the catchphrases.
Oh yeah, we gotta find out who the cha-ching lock of the draft was.
Haha,
love that.
you don't do that very well, but
Okay, no,
you don't do
yeah.
the voice.
It's
good.
his thing.
Well,
It's
that's
his
why
thing.
Gil Kipson Jr. is here.
Yeah, totally.
And then we have Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
January Jones. You
No,
might have
no,
seen her
no,
on
no,
Mad Men,
Phil,
on AMC
sorry, Phil.
this fall.
I know this is going to be
Absolutely
really disappointing. It is not the attractive
It's not
January
January
Jones.
Jones?
It's Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, an oil billionaire.
I bought my burritos beforehand because I wanted to stay for January Jones.
Well,
Did
we're
you-
just
did
gonna
you-
have to send you
You're
back.
gonna have to
Yeah.
return them.
Did you remember to get the pico de gallo from the salsa bar?
Well, no.
Oh God damn it, Phil! You're gonna have
What?
to go
January
back to the,
Jones
You're
doesn't
gonna have
like
to go
bad
back
breath.
to the.
She said it in Tiger Beat.
Yeah, well, Jerry Jones doesn't care.
All right, I'll return.
All right,
All right, and we got a weird sports.
You're
Phil.
goddamn right we do. Let's get it started.
let's kick her off.
News on the Sports podcast with Jordan, Joel, and Phil.
Let's do the news.
Let's
All right,
do it.
yeah, let's do it.
New
What's up?
segment.
NBA player Jason Collins comes out.
Whoa!
Subheadline: Sports fans learn Jason Collins exists.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Yeah, I'd never heard of him either until I
No,
found out
no
he was
one
gay.
had. He just came out publicly.
Of the closet.
Yes. He came out as gay.
Okay.
To Sports Illustrated.
I gotta tell
Hey.
you, I mean, I'm still reeling from finding out that Ricky Martin is a homosexual. I don't even know how to handle this one.
Yeah, because he said she bangs in his song.
Right.
And then he said he was gay.
I guess he
Right.
could just be a gay guy observing a girl banging somebody.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
And anybody can live La Vida Loca.
That's
that,
true.
you know,
Yeah,
race,
that is
color,
so true.
breed,
Especially.
sexual orientation. Yeah, no, not an issue. He came out to Sports Illustrated.
Ooh.
Presumably, the reporter asked him if he was gay.
Just
He goes, no. The reporter said, do your parents know you're gay? And he said, no, wait, yes. Oh, man! No. No,
that
is
would be entrapment.
The
Yeah.
kids did that in 8th grade. That was a dumb 8th grade joke.
Yeah.
No, but he came out, and there's been an outpouring of support from pro athletes and a lot of people who want to be his best friend so they can continue being homophobic but be able to say, some of my best friends are gay person. Pro
Yeah.
athletes are known for their athletic prowess, not grammar.
Yep.
People have been saying for a long time this could open the door to millions in endorsements, the first gay athlete.
Wait, for
Ooh.
what products? Like Febreze?
I don't know. Maybe.
I thought that's why we got sponsored by him.
No, but basically they're
You
saying
don't tell Febreze that we're not gay.
Oh, okay.
guys.
there's
That's
never
actually
been
a
an
big part of it.
active, open gay athlete in one of the 4 major sports. And they've always kind of said, speculated that that person would be up for millions in endorsement dollars.
I believe it, like David Beckham did.
Right. He's not gay, but
he plays.
Wait,
to
David
the-
Beckham's not gay?
yeah, no, he's
Are
not.
you sure?
All the advertising things he does are for very gay-friendly brands, though.
Yeah.
Like Calvin Klein underwear. Like
If
the
he's not
classic
gay, what's the
cologne,
deal with his
shirtless.
haircut?
I don't.
And the voice. Come on.
And he plays soccer.
Well,
I mean, hey, no, anything he wants to do with his life, that's fine.
Right.
I'm just saying that.
We love you, Bex.
in any case, a deaf astronaut war hero would have a hard time getting endorsements averaging 1.1 points per game.
Yep.
That's just what Jason Collins averaged last year. He's the first major sport athlete to come out while still active. Major leaguer Billy Beane came out after his playing days, which, as we all know now, does not count for anything.
And a little known fact, Billy Beane is also the name of a child in a fairy tale.
That's a different Billy Beane. It's spelled
Oh,
differently.
right,
actually.
okay. I was about
not
to
the
say.
GM. No.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a different guy.
There was a guy on the radio the other day, a former Dodger.
Oh,
who said
really?
he was open with his teammates, but not open. He
That's
wasn't
interesting.
Out of the
I didn't know
closet.
that.
And
Everyone's
then-
just trying to grab on now that
Yeah.
it's a big story. They're like, no, I was totally gay the whole time.
Everybody's trying
I
to
was
grab
first.
hold.
Where's my Gatorade endorsement?
Seize it and
Gay
just-
Gatorade endorsement.
Oh,
Gay
Phil's
Phil,
right.
no, I'm disappointed. in you.
endorsement.
His twin brother, Jaron Collins, is now wondering, wait, does that mean I'm gay or like half gay or
I think that makes him by the ancestral, right?
they're twins?
Right. So they share the DNAs.
I don't know. I'm just.
I don't
this,
know.
This was just a silly joke.
Oh, I
Collins
was
is-
really trying to crack this.
No.
Okay.
Please save it. Don't worry. There'll be more mysteries to come.
Okay, cool.
Basically, Collins has said he thinks the NBA is ready.
Yep.
Heinz Ward, though, who's a
Yeah.
former football player, NBC sports analyst, said, I don't think football is ready. There's too many guys in the locker room, and, guys play around too much. Aha. Don't play coy, Heinz Ward.
Yeah. I think
Tell
that-
me more. I'm so close.
Yeah.
So close.
I think that means that they've been ready longer than he thinks.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, don't. No,
Oh,
you go
please.
ahead.
Oh,
No,
please,
really?
Phil.
No, seriously. Apparently, you're the one that runs news.
No, yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
Okay, then go on.
Jordan does preparation. He looks up stories, and then he does the news.
Thank
news,
you,
news
Jordan. I
segment.
appreciate that.
No.
It's kind of like you with weird sports, except
Yeah.
he does more preparation.
That's probably true. Yes.
But you know what? Weird Sports comes out better.
And
So
it's America's favorite segment.
It is
so-
America's favorite segment.
now, only a story this big could bump Tim Tebow off ESPN's front page.
Whoa.
What? Tebow didn't make it?
Tim Tebow, update, watch update.
Tim Tebow, update, watch, update. Brought to you by
Mentos, feel the rush in your mouth. I'm British.
I don't think that drop needed to be explained.
yeah.
Oh,
We,
the
I don't
drop
think he was. I
explained
think that
itself.
that's his catchphrase. Whoever the voiceover guy
Feel
was.
the rush in your mouth. I'm British.
Yeah.
I know some British people. I don't think any of them say
what region
mute.
of England was that?
I think it was Liverpool. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, what's up with Tim Tebow?
The Jets got 5 quarterbacks, but Tim Tebow ain't one.
Oh. The Jets drafted Geno Smith, didn't they?
They did, and after they drafted him in the NFL draft, the Jets had 6 quarterbacks, which, as we all know, is a Tim Tebow too many. 1 year after they traded for him from the Broncos, Tim Tebow's been released from the New York Jets.
Oh.
Here's the thing: it cost the Jets a 4th-round pick, $1.5 million in salary, plus $2.5 million they had to pay the Denver Broncos to satisfy part of the trade agreement. His introductory news conference last year had 200 media members.
Wow.
Yeah.
Highly unusual for a backup quarterback. So why all of that fuss, and now they're releasing Tebow? Why'd they go through great lengths to trade for him, build him up, make him a media circus, and then just get rid of him?
No publicity is
'cause it's
bad
New York?
publicity.
Well, yeah, in the end, it's like a girlfriend who threatens to kill herself if you leave her. The Jets were just looking for attention.
Yeah, of course they were. And they
played-
got it.
He played 7% of the team's offensive plays. That's 77 offensive snaps. Final stats: 6 of 8 passing.
Woo! 6 of
Not
8
bad.
passing.
He was
That is-
undefeated in
Yeah,
passing
that's
for a while.
that's completion percentage of 75%. That's solid.
He's like 1991 Joe Montana.
That's like
Whoa.
number 1 in the NFL.
Yes.
Yeah.
32 rushes for 102 yards, 0 touchdowns.
No touchdowns, no TDs.
No
okay, you don't
TDs.
need
No
touchdowns
TDs for
to
TT.
win.
Mr. Win.
Many NFL types have said he could get better odds to make another team if he were to switch positions, but Tim doesn't want to do that.
Why doesn't Tim want to do that?
Well, he's a very confident young man.
I thought he was an older gentleman.
Yeah, the thing is, in the NFL, the skill set most important for playing quarterback is being able to throw the ball.
I'm glad
He's never done that.
I'm glad you brought up the NFL, Joel.
Yes.
Because people are wondering what's the future of Tim.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow,
by extension, the NFL itself.
Well, Tim Tebow's CFL rights are owned by the Montreal Alouettes.
Wait.
Yes, they've already been bought and sold in the league.
Oh,
you know, like
my.
how the hockey draft.
They'll draft guys.
So wait,
with
they
the same
named a
color.
team after the Alouette,
Jean de
Alouette,
Alouette, Jean de Plumeray.
That's their fight song.
Jean de Dimaletet, Jean de Dimaletet,
Elitet.
Elitet.
I pull feathers from your head. I pull feathers from your. It's a very sadistic song. Children sing this in France.
Yeah.
It's
like
about
Ring Around the
mutilating a
Rosie.
bird.
What's the translation?
I pull feathers from your head. Alouette, Jean de Alouette, Jean de Plumeray, taking out feathers.
Oh.
It's a song about plucking, and then you're naming the body parts where you're pulling the feathers from. I take feathers from your thing. I take feathers from your.
Well, the French are foodies. They're probably just cooking the bird, right?
Maybe. Anyway, Jim Popp, the general manager of the Montreal Alouettes, said if he wants to come to Canada, he would be in the same situation as he was in New York. He can come here and compete to be a backup to Anthony Calvillo and learn the game, just like Jeff Garcia did, who apparently played behind Doug Flutie. And one day he might be the guy. That's our vision. He can learn from the best.
The best in the
Alouettes.
Canadian Football League.
Right. Anthony Calvillo, though, Calvillo, who we would play behind, turns 41 in August. He's the CFL's all-time passing leader.
Wow.
Over 78,000 yards and almost 450 touchdowns.
Holy
Jeez.
smokes!
He could actually learn from the best.
He's like the
So who
Tim
are the-
Tebow of Canada.
Yeah. Who are the 5 quarterbacks remaining in the Jets roster other than Tim Tebow?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Joel.
Yeah.
Dave Gerard,
Yep.
who was signed in the offseason. Greg McElroy.
Oh, Greg Mack from Alabama.
Yeah, we know him.
Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez. I don't know if he's
Matt
for the Jets.
Sims.
I do not know who Matt Sims
Geno
is.
Smith. You know Geno Smith from
I know who
college
Geno
football.
Smith is. So Matt Sims, so basically anonymous. Tim Tebow was cut.
Why do you need more than 2 quarterbacks?
They could get injured.
could
you
get
know?
hurt.
One gets injured, you throw another one in while the other one heals.
Well, yeah,
You don't need 5 quarterbacks.
What if the other one gets hurt while the other one's healing?
Are you boring yourself? I think you just bored yourself.
You just bored yourself with your own reasoning.
Shut up, guys. Do we have any, what more news?
Well, well, maybe the CFL is out.
Okay.
Okay. However, the Omaha Beef, an indoor football team
Nice.
in Nebraska,
Omaha beef?
did I stutter?
So they're like the Grand Rapids Rampage.
No, they're like the Omaha Beef.
Okay.
An indoor football team in Nebraska has offered Tim Tebow a standard player contract, which would be $75 a game. They reached out to Tebow's agent, gave him the offer. They don't expect to hear back, but they thought it was worth asking. Now, I bet you're wondering who's the Beef's quarterback.
Yeah, what's their beef?
Well, that's James McNear. He led the team to a 5-1 start. He's completing 70% of his passes and has thrown for 21 touchdowns against just 2 interceptions.
How many touchdowns did Tim Tebow throw for last year?
None. But and McNear is anything but insulted by the Beef's wooing of Tim. Said McNear, I think Tim can learn a lot from me.
There we go.
Not a joke, an actual quote in the AP story, folks.
Wow, good for them. The
man.
beef. They got
That is
beef with
solid.
Tebow.
What do you think the beef mascot looks like?
Probably like beef. They probably just put on the meat dress and go.
I would hope either a cow or a comically large T-bone with googly
Oh,
eyes.
I love that. Google
Oh,
asked me,
I'm
like,
like,
oh, you just
Oh,
acted
but
out.
then it could be the Tebow T-bone.
Yeah, the T-bones. Yeah.
You're out
Hashtag
there.
athlete food puns.
There it is.
Hashtag brilliant marketing ideas. Hope you're
Yeah.
paying attention, Omaha Beef.
I don't know
Love
if that's
it.
Pound.
We're going to tweet the hell out of that tonight.
So is this the end of the Tim Tebow update? Watch update, guys. Is this
Oh,
it?
what are you kidding? No.
No. We're going to be
200 people at his opening press conference last year. We're also under contract with Febreze for 3 more years.
Well, I'd say this: if he gets
Well,
on the Omaha
Mentos.
Beef,
We
it's
really
2
need that
segments
money.
of podcast.
Yeah.
If he
Right.
gets on them,
Absolutely.
Mentos will murder us if we don't have Tebow news. So
Yeah, because we also we still owe all that money to A-Rod. So
Yeah.
A-Rod who has not, he's been out with a hip injury and has not participated in the podcast at all since we traded
worthless,
for him.
completely worthless.
Yeah.
Yep, it was a bad trade, Phil.
him and I did have a Moneyball fight this morning, though. We wadded up parts of his money and threw it at each other and giggled and laughed. It's fun.
If he's healthy
Why do
enough
you
to
have
be
so
playing
much
Moneyball,
fun
he
with
should be
Alex
healthy enough to
Rodriguez?
come
My
into the
friend.
office.
What? My office friend.
It's not your friend, Phil. He's using you.
You're not my real mom.
Tim Tebow, update, watch, update.
Tim Tebow, update, watch, update. Brought to you by
Mentos, feel the rush in your mouth. I'm a dirtier Brit.
All right, now it's time to welcome to the studio popular NFL draft analyst Gil Kipson Jr.
Hey guys, great to be back on the show.
Oh, pure energy.
Absolutely. It is spring again, and you know what it's time for. Some good old-fashioned Gil Kipson analysis.
Yeah, he said that with confidence and gusto.
Absolutely. So, let's kick this thing off.
This is like Christmas for you. This is your favorite time of year.
Absolutely, my favorite time of year. Now, I know the position that everybody's looking at straight out of the gate going into this last week. No, perennials. And everyone was looking straight at the Veronicas. These 7-inch spikes
You know what he's
of
talking
lavender
about?
flowers,
Whoa.
12 to 24-inch plants. Really great.
Gil,
a lot of people
Gil.
are liking it, but here's the thing. I'm actually going with the tall garden phlox, the phlox panna colada. It's a big red flower. It is my
wait.
cha-ching lock of the garden.
I'm going to stop you right there. I don't know
wait,
much about sports, but what I can say is that horticulture is generally not a part of the NFL draft.
Oh, did I not mention that?
No.
Yep. Well, because of your segment last year when you guys pointed out that a lot of my cha-ching lock of the drafts were not particularly good picks, I lost my job.
Oh.
Got fired.
I'm sorry about that.
That was our
Yeah,
fault.
so I had to sort of dabble around and find other things to be a somewhat expert on. And so I'm working for Home and Garden Magazine now.
Oh, no. Well, they have a
don't
draft.
say, oh, no. That's a great... I
No,
think
they have
this
a
sounds-
draft
yeah.
in flowers? That seems stupid.
Yeah,
Whoa,
so
no.
Why would you draft
moving
flowers?
on to my cha-ching lock of the topsoil.
Oh, jeez.
Do you guys don't want to do topsoil?
No, I thought topsoil was just a bag that says topsoil. Is
Right.
there
I mean, how many
kinds?
different topsoils are there?
There's several different brands. The amount of nitrogen you got is a really important factor. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think I know more about gardening than I ever did about football.
I believe that.
But that's
That
okay.
I do believe.
You guys want to move on from gardening.
Yeah,
And
let's
I'm
move
ready to
past.
do that with you. Okay. Garden gnomes versus plastic flamingos.
Oh, come
I am
on.
calling garden gnomes the cha-ching lock of the
First
decorative
of all,
ornaments.
no, come on. The pink flamingos, first of all, cha-ching lock of the decorative ornaments.
I don't think either of those are particularly good. I think the decorative thing now, it's what's the end thing now? It's just
It's
like
the-
little rocks that say something like "Our family established 1987."
Or like
Those are not good picks. You're not going to get good value with those.
Those stand-ups that look like an overweight woman bending over where you can see her bloomers. Have you seen those stand-ups? Those are part of lawn ornaments now. Those are my cha-ching lock of the lawn ornaments.
I got to be honest with you. If you want a good reach in the second round, go with one of those cute little windmills.
Oh, second round. How long are these drafts?
How I don't think.
All right. I can tell you guys we're moving on.
Yeah.
New subject, the cha-ching lock of the sewing circle. Now, a lot of people have been
Whoa,
looking
come
at the buttonhole stitch, which
No.
reinforces buttons.
Gil.
I got to say, personally, I've been looking more at the overcast stitch, which is used on raw and unfinished seams.
No, Gil, come on. These are things that have been around forever. You can't draft a different one every year. This is ridiculous. There's no reason. Someone could have done a draft 10 years ago and still be just as good.
I'm really grabbing at straws here, guys.
I know, and I'm sorry,
Been a
but
rough go of it for Gil.
do
I
you have a
just don't-
strong
I was
back?
so
Would
happy to
you-
come back on here, and that's even though you guys ruined my career.
Look, maybe you should, start a column or start writing.
what would I
Start
write
writing
about?
something new. Just not picks. Don't pick. Write information.
Yeah, maybe you could talk about topsoil, but not necessarily which one to pick,
Right.
or grading people's choice of topsoil. That doesn't seem to be an
Just
area
what
anyone's
the
interested in.
benefits of different topsoil, huh?
I guess I could give it a shot. It's
Yeah.
just it's a format that
Maybe
I'm
you can
completely
blog.
uncomfortable
No, you
with.
can blog.
Yeah, you could talk about
Blog?
flowers.
What do
and
you mean blog?
All right. I give blogs my cha-ching lock of the written internet web pages.
People are writing stuff on the internet these days.
Oh, jeez.
Gil, it's been great to have you on. I'm sorry to hear about your job.
Good to see you guys again.
I think we'll have
Listen, you guys have any leftover bagels from yesterday that I could take with me?
Here you go. I've got some bread crusts. Here you go. I'm going to throw them out the door. Here you go. Go get them, Gil.
Oh,
Go
sweet.
get 'em.
Thank you, Phil.
That was really sad.
All right, Joel.
Phil's out grabbing us some salsa so our burritos don't suck ass. But joining us now is Jerry Jones.
Yeehaw! Is this my microphone right here, boys?
It sure is.
All right,
absolutely
we
is.
got a microphone, Jerry Jones. Yeehaw!
As energetic,
Hold on,
Jerry.
can I put my revolver down on the table?
Oh,
It's gentlemanly to put your
wow.
revolver down so people know you're not hiding
Really-
under the table.
Could you not point
Trying
it
to
at
Yeah, I
shoot.
don't like
could
it
we point it
That's
away
right, let me
from
spin
that
it
around.
around. Yeah,
No,
there
no.
we go.
Okay, all right.
All right,
I'm
it's
just
good
gonna
to be
put
here.
this over
You know,
in
the-
the corner of the
Oh,
table.
that's
Concealed
right.
weapon
Just
laws.
Don't grab it on it for me. I got a knife.
A little bit different in California, the gun laws, than in Texas. So
Oh,
Yeah.
in Texas, everybody's got a gun, huh? We wave them around at celebrations.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Jerry, reason we had you on, you were coming off a particularly busy week last week. Not only did you have the NFL draft, first round was on Thursday, I think, and then the rest of it over the weekend. You also managed to attend, despite the NFL draft coming up and you being the general manager and owner of the Dallas Cowboys, you still managed to make it to the dedication of the George W. Bush Library.
Yeah, look, all right, everything's bigger in Texas, all right, including schedules, all right? I fit 28 hours a day worth of schedule in 24-hour day. That's how we do it in Texas.
does that mean you have a 6-day week? So 6 days of 24 hours.
No, my week is 12 days.
12 days.
12-day week. That's how we do it in Texas.
That's not. I've been
My
to Texas,
calendar
that's
is
not-
800 pages long.
That's all well and good. It's just there are some people that are saying that maybe you were a little underprepared for the NFL draft.
No, look, all right? I had to go to the dedication of the George W. Bush Library, all right?
Did you have to?
I had to because I fight for Texas first. Cowboys very close second, but I'm a Texan through and through, and that was the most important event to happen in Texas since we beat up those Mexicans at the Alamo. Yeah!
That's not how the Alamo.
That's how it went
No,
down.
yeah,
we win.
Lost at the Alamo.
Let me
Everyone
see that
was
gun.
killed.
I want to shoot it in
Nope,
the air.
nope, you're not getting
All
the gun.
right, that's
Now,
what we do
much
to
as-
celebrate the Alamo.
Much as I can appreciate wanting to be at the first presidential library opening to include coloring books, I
Wait,
feel
was
like
that a jab at George W. Bush?
no. What are you
Was
talking
that a
about?
jab at George W. Bush?
No, not at all.
Was
Look,
that a
there
jab?
happens-
It was a jab at Southern Methodist University, I think,
yeah,
more than
exactly. Yeah, but here's
All
the thing.
right, as long as it wasn't about Texas or George W. Bush or T-bone steaks, I don't care.
First of all, Jerry, you're from Oklahoma, aren't you? You went to
Yeah,
the University of Oklahoma.
the Texas of the North.
I don't think anybody calls it
I
that.
don't-
The
I've never heard it
Texas of
called-
the North. It's like a little extension of Texas.
I have an uncle who lives in Oklahoma. They
It's
don't
like
call
an
it the Texas
angel
of the
looking
North.
over Texas in State Farm. Yep, it's
Okay.
up by the sun, up in the clouds of the United States, looking down at Texas, going,
It's really a
God bless you.
It's a southern
God bless
state.
you, the best damn state in America. Yeah.
Listen, a lot of people are saying that you got fleeced by the San Francisco 49ers. You traded the 18th
We don't wear
pick.
no fleeces in Texas because everything's warmer in Texas,
fleeced-
including the sun
Fleeced is
and
in-
the women.
You traded the 18th overall pick for San Francisco's first-round pick, the 31st pick, and the 47th pick, their third-round pick.
Look,
A lot
we
of
can all
people are
sit and
saying you
talk
could've gotten
about
second
numbers
round.
all day long, but let's talk about what really matters, all right?
Yeah, the fact that you guys have a hole at safety right now in Dallas, and you could have taken Eric Reed, the safety from LSU.
Have you
That's
ever
a San
seen the
Francisco
Rio
guy.
Grande? You ever seen the
no.
river?
I
It's
actually haven't.
beautiful, by God. It's the most beautiful river in America.
That's not true. That is not true.
Look, let me see that gun for a second.
No, we're not going to
no,
give
we're
his
gonna
gun back.
take it.
Jerry,
Look,
would
I
like
did
an
not,
answer.
Look, I did a great job in the draft, all right?
with a
Sure,
lot of people-
I wasn't there because I was
Wait, you
honoring
weren't-
the leader of the free world for 8 years. I had to miss the first day. But look,
Wait,
all
you
right,
missed the whole first day?
none of us are playing for the Cowboys or playing for the Rams or playing for even them Detroit Tigers up there in
it's a
in
baseball team,
Coldville up
Jerry.
in Canada, communist Canada, right? Look, we're all playing for America. And the most American thing someone could do is go salute our president as he flips through books and pretends to be interested. Yeah!
All right, it's just a lot of people also think by the time you got to the 31st pick, you took Travis Frederick,
Travis Frederick, the pride of Texas.
No, well, the center from Wisconsin, but a lot of people saying that was a
Do
big
you know what
reach.
Wisconsin is?
Yes.
It's like a little mother for Texas, all right? It gives birth to little baby Texans. They don't even know it until they grow
Jerry,
up and go,
that doesn't
I'm going
make
to Texas.
I will
any
say the
sense.
state as family member and or heavenly body metaphor. I kind of want to see Jerry run with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
Other
Mexico?
Yeah.
Is
What's
another
Mexico?
Yeah, it's right in the border, right past
Mexico's
the Rio Grande.
like that antagonist. It's always looking over your shoulder, going, "One of these days they're gonna take over," and it makes us strong. Makes us strong of will and always vigilant.
What's Delaware?
Delaware? Is that a state?
Yes.
Is that in America?
It is. How about New Mexico?
Oh, New Mexico? That's like the little accomplice of Mexico. You don't quite trust it. You don't quite trust it, but it's posed as American. It's kind of like, you ever seen that show 24? Of
course.
Emmy-winning show 24, best drama 8 years in a row.
Yeah.
Look, in 24, they always had someone working at CTU, the counter-terrorism unit, right?
Yeah.
And you never quite trust him, but you got to get along with him because he's your teammate till he turns his back, and then you go, yeah! And then you shoot him with your gun. Let me see that gun.
No,
Jerry,
no,
we're
no.
not
All
giving
right.
you the gun.
But that's what New Mexico's like.
Arkansas?
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Arkansas is like your little drinking buddy. Like your little drinking buddy that goes, "Go on there, Texas. You're doing a great job." And you go, "You're drunk. Someone give you a ride home. Here's your car keys."
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Where Boston is?
Yeah.
Not touching it.
All right.
All
Jerry.
right. Thank you, Jerry.
Of course.
We are going to return your gun to you
All right.
by mail.
By mail?
By mail.
Well, that's good because I got another one here.
Oh, shit.
Go, Dallas.
Everybody get
Cowboys!
down!
Go, Cowboys! For you, the listeners of Sports Podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. I personally recommend a wonderful book called The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Joel saw the movie. He said that it was okay. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Again, that's audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network for your free audiobook. And now it's time for another Weird Sports! Weird Sports.
One of these days, we're going to give you an electric guitar.
Yep.
And when you do the weird sports thing, you're going to put on a hot rock.
Yep,
lick.
I'm going to do a little wee. That would be awesome if I knew how to do a hot lick. Episode number 69. Here we go.
You know who knows how to do a hot lick?
What?
Your mom.
Oh. You know, that joke was really funny in high school back in 1996 when your phone felt in vogue. This week's weird sport, Basque Pelota.
Basque Pelota. Is this from Spain? Is it
Basque
Basque?
Pelota. Basque Pelota.
Like the ethnic minority Basque?
Basque Pelota or Yuska Pelota in Basque, or Pelota Vasca in Spanish, or Pelota Basque in French.
Okay.
That was a lot of pronunciations
lot
that
of
sounded
different-
very similar. Is the name of a variety of court sports played with a ball using one's hand, a racket, a wooden bat, or a basket.
Wait, you get a racket and a bat?
Or. It's
Yeah.
all or.
Oh.
Against a wall, or more traditionally, with two teams face-to-face separated on a line on the ground, or a net.
A lot of ors in this game.
I know, yeah.
So here's the thing. It
does
can
not
encompass,
sound like a single organized sport as much as a grouping.
Here's what I get out of it. It's handball. It's racquetball. It's tennis. It's
all of these things at the same time.
badminton. It's
Badminton.
all of these things feel like they can kind of be placed. But this one's a little different because the roots can be traced back to the Greek and other ancient cultures. This one's old, y'all. We've done a lot of old sports lately. Am I boring you,
Super
Joel?
old one last time.
Am I boring you?
No.
I've been yawning so much, man.
The people at home would not have known I had yawned there unless you told them.
Except you went like this in the microphone.
Can we? Let's go.
You actually
All right.
said yawn doing it.
You
It
did.
was-
You went yawn.
It's just I had the burrito after you got back.
that's fair.
and
That's fair.
calorie coma.
The Basque term pelota comes from the Latin pilum, or javelin, and the provincial bolota, meaning ball.
Are there javelins in the?
No, it stands for javelin ball. Those are the two words.
But there's no
Basque
javelin.
I
pelota.
ask
in the
again.
sport.
Is there some sort of spear involved?
No,
Oh.
but it's javelin ball is the name of it. It's kind of like in football. Is there anybody using their feet?
I've always thought javelin would be cooler if it was a team sport. Like you put
Ugh,
people on
that'd
either
be
side of the
dangerous.
field and then just threw the javelins at each other.
Very dangerous.
Then the distance would matter less than just who had the
disclaimer:
last person
Sports podcast does not condone throwing javelins at each other, except when you're at war with the Spartans. Today, Basque Pelota is played in several countries. In Europe, the sport is concentrated in Spain and France, especially in the Basque country, and its neighboring areas. They spelled it with a U, so you know it's super British. The sport is also played in Latin American countries such as Argentina, Chile, Cuba, Mexico, Peru, and Uruguay. Operated as a gaming enterprise called Highlight. It's seen in several parts of the U.S. and Florida, while Highlight is one of the forms.
Oh, you know
this all comes from a family of sports.
Highlight, the most popular crossword clue in one form or another.
Really?
I feel like every crossword I've ever done has had it's either hi blank or blank alive.
Because it's got a lot of vowels in weird places. Yeah. Makes sense.
They gamble on that in Florida, too. I had no idea about that.
It's also, that's like the fastest traveling anything in sport. Is
really?
The highlight ball right out of there.
What are they throwing, $150? How fast are they throwing it?
No, I think it's even faster than that.
Wow.
I think, well, here's the thing. I think a shuttlecock immediately off off the racket serving in badminton. A shuttlecock.
Badminton.
Yeah. I think that actually, like, immediately off the racket is going like 200 miles an hour.
Wow.
That's
and
what
then
I've
it
heard.
slows way down.
Badminton, but that's so not aerodynamic, though.
Well, yeah. Well, it slows down abruptly. It's only going 200 miles an hour.
Got
for
a little
bit
parachute.
of start. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can we get back to Basque Pelota, please?
Yeah.
In Valencian Pelota is considered the national sport. It's also played in Belgium, North Italy, Mexico, Argentina. We already talked about that.
Valencia?
All right, let's just get down to the sport because you guys are all like, meh. All right, here we go.
I am all like that.
All right, the history. The origin of the sport is tied to the decline of the ancient Joie de Paume, circa 1700.
We've talked about Joie de Paume.
We have.
What was Joie de Paume?
It was a weird sport.
Yep.
Oh, was it?
French.
Game of palm.
Yep.
Isn't that just...
Well, the game evolved to the modern Joie de Paume with a racket called real tennis in England, as we learned. And eventually tennis,
right.
rural Alpine and Pyrenean communities kept their tradition.
Pyrenean.
Shut up.
Like the Pyrenees? The mountains?
Rules of hand pelota. The basic principle of hand pelota is that there are two teams of two players each. The teams serve, they bounce the ball, then it propels towards the playing area of the narrow front wall where it has to rebound between the low line demarcating the low off area and the high line demarcating the high off area.
Oh, yeah.
Like handball.
Yeah.
That's what it's got to be like, handball. The ball may either be played so that it rebounds directly off the front wall onto the playing floor or onto the long side wall first. The opposing team may either play the ball immediately after rebounding from the front wall or side wall without rebounding from the playing floor or having rebounded from the playing floor once. Did I stutter?
No, I totally followed everything that you just said.
I didn't.
I'm baffled. I'm trying to think of highlight things now and how it was in Mad Men that one time. And
was it? I didn't see. I saw Mad Men.
Oh yeah, there was some
one.
guy who wanted to make Highlight the next big thing, and so they were in charge of making the ad campaign for Highlight.
And then they were like, "It's not about Highlight. It's about sex." Right? Because that's what every
exactly. And how you feel, that feeling you get.
Yeah.
And you want to come home and play highlight.
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, "I'm intrigued by Don Draper's silky voice and smooth skin."
Seems like that's all he's really got going for him is he just slows down the way that he talks.
And he's so handsome.
Speaks stiltedly.
My gosh, so
Not
handsome.
stiltedly, but with pauses.
Well, let's talk about the most
phrases.
important thing out of all of this.
What's that?
Who's best?
Oh, yeah.
World Championships of basketball have been played since 1952. Lots of gold, silver, and bronzes going on at the World Championships. Historical medal count from 1952 to 2010. They haven't had the last 3 years updated on this Wikipedia. First place, as you probably guess.
Spain.
France. With 62
Oh,
goals.
we were going to say UK.
Spain is second with 60. Argentina's third with 45. Mexico's fourth with 40. Then there's a bit of a drop-off.
Wait for it.
Uruguay is 5th with 4. Cuba is 6th with 2.
Wait for
United
it.
States is all the way in last with 0 golds,
What?
1 silver, 2 bronzes.
Wait, no, but we have medals. Once
do.
again.
I don't know.
United
This
States-
one's a stretch, Joel. I don't think we can take pride in this
The
one.
fact that we've won any medals in this sport that none of us had heard of until we sat down tonight
Yeah,
speaks to the superior athleticism of our country.
we're just behind Uruguay, Cuba, and Chile.
Yes, but we're way ahead of them in every other sport.
And first in our hearts.
Yeah.
Well, I think the reason why the United States has not done well is because there's basic terms that aren't very American, but I will translate them for you. First of all, the big thing people say is, Joe!
What?
The game is on. That's what Joe stands for.
Okay.
Bah! Also means the game is on. Sakia! It's the stroke that puts the ball in play.
Right. Sir.
Like a serve.
yeah.
Ona! Means it's good or valid.
Or you got hit
Joel,
in the
you're
face.
doing an Ona job with this podcast. Falta, foul. Joel, you have a falta smell coming from you at all times. Berries means repeat.
I didn't understand that. Could you berries it?
Jesus. Erabota means rebound on the rear wall.
Okay.
Atxiki, spelled A-T-X-I-K-I,
What time you're going to play the match?
means illegal retain.
Oh, okay.
Bota or punpa means bounce. And ados means
See you later.
tie or draw.
Oh.
As in ados, I don't feel like playing anymore because the score is the same. That brings an end to another Weird Sports! The sport comes out
Citizens of Podcast Town, this brings to the close of the Sports
Sports.
Podcast. But before we go, Phil would like to give you our contact information.
You can email us at sportspodcast@gmail.com. That's sportspodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at sports3podcast. That's at sports3podcast. You can find us on Facebook by searching sports podcast, your little top bar thingy. You can find us on Stitcher Radio. Download the Stitcher app today at stitcher.com and search sports podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/comedypodnet. That's youtube.com/comedypodnet. While you're there, please subscribe, comment, like us. We appreciate it. You can find us on iTunes by searching Sports 3 Space Podcast. That's Sports 3, all one word, Space Podcast. Or find all of our back episodes at comedypodcastnetwork.com.
Hey, Sally from HR is the one who owns that brown tabby cat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zzz.
I'm looking out the window and it looks like Jerry Jones is stalking it with his twin revolvers.
Oh.
Let's let this play out.
We'll let it
Yeah.
play out. Okay, I'm going to go watch.
Lights off.
You have received this transmission from the Comedy Podcast Network. For more shows, visit comedypodcastnetwork.com.